Hi, welcome. Thanks for joining me today. My name is Dr. Norma Reyes, and I'm a career and life coach. And today I will be talking about a career myth that's been going on. The myth is do all you can to make your dream come true. And so many people believe that they must sacrifice everything to get to their dream. And, I myself have fallen into this own myth. I will say there's many times that I've always said to myself, I don't want to be an entrepreneur because I don't want to have to work all day long. I don't want to have to work or be a workaholic because to be successful as an entrepreneur, you have to be a workaholic. Well, that's a myth. And another thing that I've told myself in the past to not do something, for example, to be a college professor. So now that I have my PhD, a lot of people have said to me, well, do you want to teach with that? Or do you plan on teaching? And in a sense, I'm teaching, but I, for myself, have known that I don't want to work as a professor, mostly because the master level and PhD classes are usually in the evening to accommodate adult learners, which for myself, I would not like to have to work in the evenings. That's my preference. Not to say that there's anything wrong or right about it, it's just my preference. And, that goes on to a lot of different things, right? So I limited myself in those things. But, there's so many different things that people do and tell themselves that they can't do because they believe that you have to sacrifice everything in order to do something. And I'm here to tell you that you do not. Think of something that you really wanted. It could be a material item. It could be just a feeling of something. If you truly, really wanted something, you go out and get it. You'd make whatever sacrifices you need to do and you do it. So your career should be no different. But I'm not saying that you go and give up other things. You do not give up your joy for your career. So in my blog post that I've written here, I talk about, take 3 days to come to some sort of like self-reflection or summary on what it is that you want to do. Because a lot of times, like, we want to stick to something because we thought it might be a good idea, and then we give like half an effort to it and we expect amazing results. So think of it that way. If you could grade yourself on how you're doing something, what kind of grade would you honestly give yourself? And if that is, a grade that's below 100, even below some sort of A, then, that should really tell you something. You probably aren't doing your 100% best. And then you want to reflect on that. Is it something that you really wanted to do after you figured out? And going back to myself, part of the reason why I don't want to work in academia or in a college, in a higher ed education setting, is because there is a lot of politics. And for myself, I don't like that. I don't like having to maneuver who I am constantly. And I haven't worked in a higher professional setting, so I can't say that I know this to be a fact. But I would gather that there's a lot of rumor mill going on. There's a lot of backstabbing, gossip. It's an environment that's not very authentic, for a variety of reasons, unfortunately. And for myself, I have chosen that that's not for me. And it's unfortunate, yes, for myself, but then there's plenty of other individuals who have decided that it is their career path for them. And I commend them in all professions I commend. I do not believe anybody is less than or anything. It's just my preference. It goes back to like the military. For myself, I did not want to sacrifice my freedoms, and I completely appreciate and am super grateful for those that do and are willing to sacrifice their lives and their freedoms so that we could have our freedom. So always be thankful for all those that do that for us when they didn't have to. Unfortunately, I didn't have to, and I truly appreciate that. So, not to digress too much on it, on those things, the journal prompts that I put on there, if you go to my blog post, is if day one, if money was no issue, what would you love doing? What would you do for free? If you did not have to worry about paying your bills, what would you do for free because you just love doing it so much? So just journal, be free with that. Don't start thinking about, oh my gosh, this is not even possible. Just go with it. Day two would be, what would you need to change to be able to do that thing? So that's day two. This 3 days of journaling. Don't try to do it all at once. Give your mind some time to think over these things that you're thinking about. And then finally, day three is writing and reflecting on what is holding you back from doing that. And just free write. Allow yourself to be vulnerable. Allow yourself to really explore what is holding you back from what it is that you want to do. Well, that's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching. I look forward to seeing y'all's comments below. Thank you.